Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'm your host, Cullis Fade. It's episode 86. We have to return to Dargonus, and Voxmaster Vigdis says there's an urgent report, Lord Captain. The barges carrying the tithe have been seized and are heading off in an unknown direction. Multiple sources are voxing the flagship at once. I detect the signatures of several noble houses and the administratum. Who dared seize the sacred tithe? We are getting reports of it being an order of the Adeptus Administratum. We have received several official forms to the effect that Dargonus' orbit is currently deemed unsafe for the tithe storage due to an unspecified threat that has sprung up on the world in your absence. What does the Administratum message say? You are requested to come to the Palace of Justice in person. Prefect speaks of a terrible heresy that is threatening the Von Valencia's protectorate. While you are away, steps were taken to prevent the spread of a corruption. However, your presence is required to make the final decision. Prefect Volter will meet you in person for a confidential conversation. Okay, what do the noble houses want? The messages have no discernible structure or cause. Professions of loyalty, audience requests, even pleas for leniency. One thing is clear, Lord Captain. Something has agitated the upper echelons of the nobility. In other words, they are scared. What do you say, Solomon? It appears you have no choice if you want to help your subjects. Although I don't like what is going on, I would advise you to go to the palace. If nothing else, to find out what you can do to protect your people. I see. Well, I could not ignore this if I wanted to. So let us find out what heresy is threatening my domain. As you will, Lord Captain. And we got that going on, and here we are, the Palace of Justice. So I think what I'm going to want is Cabela. I think I need someone who can move fast and make a lot of ground and kill some things. I'm not 100% certain. I don't have very good notes about this. Amazingly. Prefect Inscribia Voltur raises her eyes to you, Rogue Trader Von Valencius. Welcome back to the Palace of Justice. Why were the tithe barges detained? Due to recent suspicions of the heresy of appropriating the sacred tithe, an emergency inspection has been initiated. Until said inspection is complete, the tithe will remain in the custody of the Administratum. Estimated retainment period, 143 Dargonus years, 17 days, 2 hours, and 3 minutes. The prefect peers at your face. Her voice sounds strange, deeper, calmer, less cantankerous than usual. Have you ever pondered the nature of heresy, Von Valencius? Perhaps to your mind, heresy is merely limited to Xenos, warp spawn, and insurgents. But there are other heresies, whose existence is far more easily forgotten. Those of negligence, of avarice, of confusion, and disorder. What are you getting at? Rogue Trader Holt Von Valencius, in accordance with the amendment to Decree 64-98/DF, issued by the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites, you stand accused of countless heresies that threaten the sacred tithe and the well-being of the Protectorate. All related statements have been formulated and evidence of your crimes registered. The proceedings will commence as soon as you and your accomplices present yourselves at the accused. The prefect looks at you with the eyes of a snake. A trial awaits you, Holt. A trial? This is my protectorate. I am the law here. And it is this conviction that has turned you into a monster that, in its charge toward the abyss, aims to drag the whole realm down with it. The gravity of your crimes is enough to depose your entire dynasty. Do not oppose the law, Von Valencius. Doing so will only serve to make your situation work. Really? You manage to land a hit before one of the arbiters knocks you off your feet with a stunning blow. You hear an elderly groan nearby. Despite your efforts, the prefect is still alive. You're going to pay. In the name of the God Emperor, the Von Valencius dynasty stands accused of betraying the Imperium. To the murmurs of all, the prefect picks up a scroll bearing administrative seals. The trial is public, so that all may see the rogue trader's heresies and know that the status and power are no shield against righteous punishment. Marshal Strax, you have the floor. State the list of crimes against the Lex Imperialis that will be examined here today. Strax stares at you coldly as he reads, resisting the justice of the Imperium, conspiring to steal the sacred tithe, undermining the legitimate authorities on an imperial world, involving sorcery and damage to the tithe, conceiving and executing plans to disrupt sector-wide tithe shipments with the subsequent destruction of a strategically important planet. The prefect shifts awkwardly as Strax recites the seemingly endless list of transgressions. The aftermath of your attack seems to be preventing her from maintaining a suitably dispassionate appearance. Strax finally finishes listing your crimes. There's a momentary pause in the hall. Let the records show that the defendant disregarded the opportunity given to him to repent, which only adds to the gravity of his guilt. We will proceed to the examination of the individual heresies committed by the defendant. Conspiring with the captain of the Heartless to steal the sacred tithe. Upon arriving on Rykad Monoris, the rogue trader aided Captain Sargona in loading the tithe onto his ship under the cover of a planetary riot. Holt von Valencius later eliminated his accomplice using Adeptus Arbites forces, led by Proctor Anthar. The Proctor attempted to appease the rogue trader's greed by offering the frigate known as the Heartless in exchange for the safety of the tithe. Then the rogue trader boarded the ship in an attempt to seize the tithe. The actions led to the death of a squad of arbiters. Proctor Anthar alone survived the rogue trader's murderous ploy. Holt von Valencius personally eliminated his accomplice, Captain Sargona, in order to destroy the evidence of his schemes. The prefect looks up from the scroll and sweeps her indifferent gaze over you. Do you have anything to say in your defense? I can but appeal to your own common sense. Marshal Strax, can you recall even one instance where a heretic attempted to steal the tithe while taking a few dozen arbiters along for company? It is certainly an unorthodox tactic, perhaps even suicidal. No, I can recall no such cases. Let a new charge be added to the record. Attempting to manipulate an official. Marshal, I hope I do not need to remind you of your duty. According to the calculation of the tithe transferred from the Heartless, the administratum was short 3 units of volume. It is presumed that the rogue trader did not risk seizing more in the presence of the Proctor, but even 1 ounce accounted for makes the tithe incomplete. Let's move on to Thessera. This world underpaid the appropriate tithe amount, a crime that should have been remedied by the rogue trader escorting Proctor Anthar to that backwater world. Proctor, you are hereby called to testify. Describe what happened on the planet. When we arrived on Thessera, the rogue trader and I were drawn into the machinations of the planetary governor. He used sorcery on the Emperor's anointed, but the rogue trader managed to overcome the effects of the ritual and do battle with the heretic. The governor was executed, and we... A lie uttered in the Palace of Justice is a serious offense, Proctor. Glato, retrieve recording Thessera-84/Alpha. The prefect nods to the marshal, who removes a device from his belt. The press of a button, and Glato responds with a sharp metallic clang. The cybermastiff's paws carry him to Strax. The cybermastiff's entire body begins to tremble, his feet clawing up tiny sparks, and then he projects a picked recording from his eyes onto the floor. The footage depicts a scene from Glato's viewpoint. The quality is terrible, but you can make out the hall where the sculptor is conducting the sinister ritual. You see Maeve interfere with the ritual and the beam of warp energy connecting to the two of you. You hear Solomorn's command. The scene changes and you see Maeve, or rather yourself in Maeve's body, wandering through the streets of Thessera. The next clip brings you back to the hall where Solomon is firing on the altar. The events in the recording are echoed by a dragging pain in your muscles and a fog in your head. Pain flits across Solomorn's granite face as he looks at his dog. You have used us as a tool against the rogue trader from the beginning. Such tricks and schemes are unworthy of the Arbites. As we can observe, Proctor Anthar destroyed the heretical altar, and then a fight ensued in which the Psyker died. There is not a single shred of evidence that the rogue trader actually overcame the sorcery. It is more likely that the person standing before us is a heretic and a creature of corruption. Did you watch the entire recording? Notice any differences in behavior, did you? Well? Strox huffs a laugh. You seem to be offended by the insinuation that you are prone to fainting spells. Well, it is quite strange. Marshal. The old woman stares at the Arbiter with blinking, as if hypnotizing him. Finally convinced that the Marshal's conversation with you is over before it even began, she returns to the papers. The Prefect leafs through a few pages in a folder. The court also takes note of the pernicious effects of the rogue trader's handling of the Emperor's servants entrusted to his authority. Since arriving from Thessera, the rogue trader has done his duty by passing judgment on several subjects within the walls of this hallowed hall. Connivance at the doleful host's fanaticism and the loss of a valuable astropath resulted in the appointment of a new choir master. That same day, he lost several messages of utmost importance, thus sparking a war between two Coronis Expanse worlds. As of now, one of those worlds has been completely destroyed and the other deemed uninhabitable. Inscripia picks up a scroll that carries the Ecclesiarchy seals. Allow me to read out the decision of the honored representatives of the St. Drusus mission. We brand the one who dared subject Anvilus, a holy votary of the faith, to a martyr's death of heretic and an associate to evil of every kind. Lord Mols, deemed to be alive, committed a transgression of soft-heartedness in running his family enterprise. He released all his convicted workers and terminated the contracts with his primary suppliers, citing their moral qualities. His actions resulted in 12 kilotons of undelivered food rations across several recipients. First, the administratum is unable to do its duty and asks for help, and now it has the audacity to criticize the verdicts of the rogue trader. Prefect, your accusations do not merely cast aspersions on the competence of the administratum, they challenge the sanctity of the decisions of the Emperor's anointed. These cases were under the jurisdiction of the Lex Dargonis. Responsibility for the consequences lies with you. Your words are true. Crimes committed after a verdict are cause for new convictions, not... Marshal, enough. Not a single muscle twitches on the prefect's face, but her eyes blaze with barely suppressed annoyance. Moving on... The defendant was placed in an unprecedented position of trust by the Adeptus Arbites and the Administratum. He was entrusted with the coordinates of the world where the tithe of the entire Coronis Expanse was held. As agreed, the defendant was to transport the sacred tribute to Dargonis, but what did he do? The Marshal snaps his fingers over Glato's head. The Cybermastiff flinches as if from a bolter shot, but obediently plays another recording. You recognize Solomorn's voice. So, Lady Theodora intended to steal the tithe from the start. She arranged the world's destruction to cover her tracks, installed a servant to keep an eye on things, and even made a contingency plan in case of her own death. All she needed was an opportune moment like this one. The expanse being torn apart, the planet's death looks convincing. Tithe theft. Orchestrated by Theodora von Valencius, committed by the defendant, witnessed by Proctor Anthar. Solomon, don't you have anything to say? The rogue trader should not be held responsible for the misdeeds of his predecessor. Murmuring breaks out, but Solomon presses on unperturbed. Or else, by that logic, Incendia Corda should have been tried long ago for what her predecessor, Aspius, did. As you can see, it isn't difficult to find inconsistencies in a case if you use your head a little. I refuse to be a mindless tool and follow absurd orders. Yes, I sent a portion of the tithe for the rebuilding of the Expanse. It will serve the people better than leaving it to rot in your coffers forever. The sacred tithe is not intended to be used by anyone other than the Adeptus Administratum, the deliverers of his will. Strax does not turn to look at Inscribia, but you have no doubt about whom he's addressing. The Adeptus Administratum, like the Adeptus Arbites, only oversees the allocation of the tithe. I do not need to remind you of that, do I, Prefect? How good of you to speak up, Gregoris. As an addendum to the proceedings, we will be examining the heresies of Solomorn Anthar, resulting from his moral failure to oppose the greed of the heretic Von Valentius. Something inside Glato clicks, and Solomon's voice begins to play. If the Marshal learns the whole truth, it will make things difficult. Solomorn is his own master. I do not choose for him, but if you think that an arbiter's tenets can be so easily broken by any passing stranger, then you insult the very core of the Adeptus Arbites. The rogue trader is right. If the arbitrator had dared to stray from the Lex, then he never was an arbitrator. The fault lies with me for not seeing the weakness in his heart in time. Well, the proceedings are nearing their conclusion. The prefect looks around at the nobles of Dargonus gathered in the hall. The collection of transgressions and heresies has been brought before this court of the God Emperor's servants, has once and for all branded the rogue trader an abomination, who through all his deeds has sought to satisfy his petty and base desires rather than truly serve him. You are here today to witness the fall of the Von Valentius dynasty and the long-awaited punishment that will be served upon it. Houses of Dargonus, do you reject the authority of this heretic? Gaprak makes the sign of the Aquila. No shadow shall fall upon the name Von Valentius, or eclipse the radiance of the beneficent rogue trader line. Whatever your mechanical dog may say, House Gaprak is loyal to the rogue trader. Macariah Sarabak's unpleasant face twists into a smirk. I would be the first to condemn the rogue traders of the Coronis Expanse for their flagrant disregard for the law, only I do not purport to pass off my opinion as justice. House Sarabak is loyal to the rogue trader. Clementia Wasurian looks straight at you as if the prefect does not even exist. She makes the sign of the Aquila and speaks in a low voice. House Wasurian is loyal to the rogue trader. Proctor Adriana Yeager says, allow me to address you, even though I am not of the first families of Dargonus. Proctor Yeager, Adeptus Arbites, Lethus Outpost. Holt von Valentius made every effort not only to save the tithe, but also the Arbites contingent stationed on Lethus. I propose that such an act would have been entirely nonsensical if the rogue trader was intent on simply stealing the tithe. End of report. Prefect Volter stiffens, as though what she just heard has come as a very unpleasant surprise. Her slender finger grips the armrest of her chair, her knuckles cracking. This world and its denizens are rotten to the core. The prefect draws herself up straight with such force that you hear the arduous grinding of her implants. Her voice is cold and slightly tremulous. Decree GC-781/89, Supplement 982. For tithe theft, participation in foul sorcery, and other crimes against the Imperium, Holt von Valentius is sentenced to death. The property of the dynasty is hereby confiscated and placed under the oversight of the Adeptus Administratum. Any last words, convict? Arbitrators! Volta and Strax believe that the Lex Imperialis is but a collection of letters and forms to be played with as they please. They believe that you must blindly follow their orders. But whom do you defend? Humanity or these prefects? I call upon you to stand with me in the name of humanity, not the soulless machine of the Administratum. A moment of silence. Suddenly, one by one, the arbitrators raise their weapons and point them at the marshal and the prefect. Anyone who dares join the heretic is condemned to death. Marshal, carry out the sentence. I'm surprised that Strax couldn't be convinced to come all the way over to our side on that one. You old biddy. I'm gonna enjoy killing you.
I'll make an example out of you.
Okay, who do we have here? What do we have? We have mercenaries. She had to call in mercenaries and Marshal Gregory Strax. Okay, and they all have this ability to do something here. What is going on? I didn't make a note about this, and apparently I needed to. Weapons, Combat Master, Eye of Oblivion, Dueling Tactics. At the start of combat, mercenaries select their targets. Until they suffer damage from the designated target, the mercenary suffers minus 80% less damage from other sources. So everybody's got their pick and they got to kill that person or do damage to them at least. Okay. Well, Pagos. Pagos, where are you? There's you, and your target is who? This loser, Mercenary Gamma. Okay. Pagos, you're going to go up here and move some mercenaries over in this direction. Let's see. Let's just go down the line. Where am I? Holt von Valencius, and my target is up here. Great. I'll run around the back side there. Jai Haidari, where's your person? Straight ahead. Great. You're behind half cover. It's not great, but it allows you to shoot that person, so I'll take it. Solomorn, your person is way up here. Great, that's full cover. This is half cover. You'll get up there with Glato. Glato, why don't you move right there? Cabela, where is your person? Way over here. Oh, right there. Great. Okay. Who's going to get a go next? Mercenary Epsilon, who's Jai's person. And Mercenary Zeta, who's going to be Cabela's person. Okay. In that case, Cabela, I want you as far away as you can go. Jai Haidari, I want you right there. Pagos has got his person. Pascal, who's yours? This loser, back there. Okay. I'm going to put you behind full cover. Let's go. Pagos, my friend, you need to get your people over here. How can we do this? We can move that. Okay, can we move you closer first? I need you to two-step. That'll move both of you. Okay, hold on. Where can you run off to? I can get you up here, can't I? Okay, let's do that. Let's get this guy moved out in the open, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, come now.
I need no guidance.
Get over there, you loser. I'm gonna flame you.
One step closer.
Okay. Now, I can't really do anything about everybody else except for this.
I will triumph.
They're gonna take minor damage because they haven't had their person hit yet. Pascal? Well, let's put some damage areas down. Let's do this.
Ruin beckons.
Cover protection. Little backup protection for me. Pascal.
I will triumph.
Okay, I can give a half turn to somebody. What is this? For 1 round, allies in that area gain 17% cover efficiency and reroll all failed characteristics tests.
I need no
That'll help
guidance.
Jai out. Pascal, why don't we give you a half turn?
One step closer.
Pascal, your person is down there. Can you see him from there? Yes, you can. Okay. Let's do some freebies. An accuser. And that loser. And this loser.
Running binary override.
Let's give it a shot. 50%. That's not good. Okay, this will hit though. He took damage, so he'll take damage from other sources. Where's Strax? Right there. Load him up. Alright. And if somebody manages to kill... I probably get a good chance of killing that guy. Okay. You're good. Stay there. Now it's me. Holt von Valencius. Oh, yeah, this is going to be great. Okay. Let's get on the right square here. Buff.
Who, if not me?
Buff again.
I'll make it happen. Taking fire!
I have to do damage to this guy. Run up on him.
I'll see to it personally.
There we go. Now, let's see. I did a bunch of damage, but it's not enough. I need to be on fire.
That's a temporary setback.
Now I will not be on fire. That's great. I probably want this. +3 destruction and temporary wounds. So, is he on fire? Mercenary Delta? Is he on fire? No. You guys actually aren't on fire. Okay. Strax, you're on fire. There we go. And I still have a free point for Enfeeble. I'll get you both. Great. Kibella, where is your person? Right there. Okay. We're going to get a go before all these losers get a go. That's kind of great. Okay, let's do this then. Up you go.
Comes in silence. As the
Stabby.
demand.
Now, what else do we want here? Oath of Vengeance. Attacks made by the Blade Dancer against enemies have already attacked that ally. No, we're not going to get over there, so we don't have to worry about that. Next single target attack is going to rain blood.
As honor ordained. The shadows
Enjoy
will
this.
see it done. Come, the other side awaits.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, can you get up there? Because, let's see, who do we have left to go? We got Pascal. There's Prefect and Scribiot. Solomon, where's your person? Can't see you. And Pascal, we already got your person. Okay, back to Kibella. Kibella, we need to get you up and around. Where? There? That's a long way to go. Okay. Do we want to go for Strax? Can we go for Strax?
I bring mercy and retribution.
Yeah, we can. Go
As
for it.
honor ordains.
Oh, really? He blocked that one. Okay. All enemies suffer from damage over time effects. I gotta make him suffer from a damage over time effect first. Increases by 2 movement points by 6 and grants 2 uses of the slash ability. It reduces weapon skill and ballistic skill and perception by 15 until the start of the user's next turn. Okay. I may have to do that. Let's do this. Let's bounce this way.
I shall not fail.
Parried. Man, that sucks. Okay. Give me the slash ability on him. Blocked. Okay. I'm gonna do Dance Macabre and get the hell out of here. And he hit her. Be good for you. Idea for you to move over there. Thanks. That would be helpful. I don't really want to move backwards. Can't believe I couldn't hit Strax. What's he got? 41% dodge and we couldn't hit him? Come on. Shield block chance to 35. Give me a break. What was that? Immobilized. Okay. He parried. Hit roll 57. Dodge roll 74. What? Parry. Jesus. Dodge, parry, block. Man, that makes them hard to hit. Okay. Okay. Strax might come after her, so I'm going to make her harder to hit. I'm going to make her dodge a little bit more. Till the start of their next turn, the execution gains bonuses. Yes, bleeding. Armor, dodge. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to do acrobatic artistry because I want to stay here because I want to run. Oh, wait a minute. This is all blocked. This is blocked too. How are we supposed to get over there to get her? What? God, I need to take way better notes on this encounter. Okay, let's roll it back then. What? I just did acrobatic artistry and she didn't go anywhere. It's immobilized by Strax. Okay. All right, fine. Attack me. I'm behind cover, and it's like I wasn't even behind cover. Cover in this game is so ineffective. It just means nothing. I can't believe how little it means. Oh my god. Okay, so
I need to get back to duty.
All right. Well, that's kind of nuts. Stacks of Fury. Yeah. Whenever Glato suffers damage, Solomon gains one stack of this effect. Okay. Glato. 50% wounds or more, the Orseal deals 10% more damage with their next attack. If that attack kills the target, does not count. We're not going to kill anybody with it. So I'm not too worried about that. Each cell traversed by the Cyber Mastiff increased damage. Do that.
Would be enough.
Go. Get this guy. Mercenary Delta.
We're undertaking this task.
Yeah. Leto's up there. Where do I want to be? Got that guy up there. Solomon can't do a lot. Well, that's not entirely true. Got this loser up here. I could come around to this side and grab cover. I don't think it would let me shoot this guy though. From here, oh, I can shoot that guy. Okay, that's interesting. If I move to here, I could shoot this guy. Leto can't make it that far to attack someone though. I'd like to move over here and shoot my shotgun in this direction. Glato's kind of in the way though. Okay, Glato, what happens if you attack this guy? You can't apprehend these guys because I can't see him. Is that it? Yeah, that seems to be the case. Alright, Solomon, you're going to come up here. I probably should have put him next to Jai. I got a bunch of options here. 2 single shot attacks against the target. Or 10 additional armor penetration and inflicts 40 levels of bleeding. Let's do that.
Flex is inescapable.
Okay. Stalwart defense. I could save all this run and gun stuff, or I could just do it.
Take long.
Use it. Let's. How far can we move? Let's move you right there.
Moving into position.
By slow walking. Okay. I could do 2 double slugs.
The order's clear. Arbitrate and judges.
That was kind of nice. I like that. The next range area attack made by the soldier deals a bunch of damage, and that costs me 0, but I don't get another attack. Protect. Can you see Cabela? Yes, protect her. Good. I need you to do that. That works for me. Okay, switch to this smashing baton. Torrent of Fury, I don't want to change. And what's this? Entrenched. All their AP and MP gains an additional 30% bonus to cover efficiency. Next time they use run and gun, they gain back all spent points. I don't have any AP left to spend, so that seems like it would be the good time to do that. Pascal, you're up here. Let's put you behind some cover. Now, Strax.
Request approved.
Let's keep stacking on them. These guys all have weapons, so let's do this. Boink. It's going to make your recoil more.
Running binary override.
We're going to give you a bonus here. And another bonus. Let's see, what else would we like to do? Can we toss a grenade up here? We can. Light them on fire. Great. Now, shoot this guy. We get another shot because it was a critical hit. That's nice.
Running binary.
And now, grab him.
The spiritual program.
Great. And Scribia. Oh, so that thing's turned around trying to shoot at her. That's interesting. Okay. Pascal. You've got these guys on fire. That's good. I don't know what else you can do, though. You don't have enough room to move. You can't move over here, otherwise I could have healed him. I should have done that first. That's okay.
Follow my lead.
Subductor. We gotta find a way to get his armor down. And his blocking. Okay, Jai Hidari, where's your target? Over there? You just have to do damage to him, so guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna start off with this.
Tell me, and it is done.
Oh, really? Okay, now you can shoot him, though. Let's shoot his ass with some poison.
Am I getting paid?
Okay, she hit him, but it did 0 damage. I'm hopeful that's going to be enough. Shoot one more time. Let's see what we can do here. What's this? Sign objective. The Master Tactician marks an enemy. If that enemy is killed by one of the Master Tactician's allies, before the beginning of the Master Tactician's next turn, that ally gains a bunch of momentum and +5 to characteristics until the end of combat. Bye-bye.
You've got a problem? I've got a prize.
Okay, now. Let's see. Let's shoot some more then. Let's try to get these guys. There we go. That. Oh, she nailed him that time. That was awesome. I wish that would have been the poison gun. Okay. Let's do voice of command. Can you hit Cabela with it? You can. Okay.
I can do that with the right incentive.
And then we need take aim. And then this. And that'll give
Don't
me
get
a
too
bonus
cocky.
as well as her. Great. Okay, now, what else do I got? Get back in the fight. What does this do exactly? Encourages an ally who is immediately recovers from the effects of burning, bleeding, toxin, and stunned effects. Okay. But not immobilized, so that's not the same thing. I don't need to press the advantage. I got no more points to spend.
The Emperor's justice. Gum.
Trying to shoot Pagos. Where's Mercenary Delta? Okay. Subductor's gonna run up there. Nice. I like that I got some ABTs on my side here. That shotgun ain't gonna make that range there, buddy. Now what do we have? Who are these people? Oh, the houses. Accusation Gluttony. Use a consumable item. If their guilt is proven at the end of the turn, the weapon of justice will fire at this character. If not proven guilty, or if the accuser is killed, it will fire in Prefect Volter's direction. Okay, so if their guilt is proven at the end of the turn, the weapon of justice will fire at this character. If not proven guilty, or if the accuser is killed, it will fire in Prefect Volter's direction. All right, and these guys are astropaths, and they come over here to... Wow, okay. How far you can get down here, but you can't get down there far enough to help those guys, Pagos. Alright. Let's heal you first.
Your aid was acknowledged.
What did that do? Nothing. Why did that do nothing? You're not an iconoclast? Heretical. Iconic. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. I'd like to get all you guys out here. That's not cover? How is that not cover? Alright. Things are happening here that don't make any sense. Let's get you out in the open. Oh, really? Use a consumable item. Accusation Gluttony. I'm not sure I understand this. It says I need to use a consumable item. Well, I just did. I guess it means I'm going to need to. I'm on fire. This is not good. I need to pull this guy out. That's what she said. Okay. Let's smack you guys around a little bit, shall we?
Ruin beckons.
Lidless stare. That's making it happen. Willpower and toughness. This is of no use down here. Can I move it? Yes, I can.
I will triumph.
Okay, Pagos. So pointed at her. So now use a consumable item. I have to use one apparently. I got this guy right here. I'd like to be doing some damage to Strax and these losers. Okay, I can move through targets. What are we gonna do? What's our consumable items? This gives me Onslaught. Instantly increases movement points and grants 2 charges of the slash ability. Yeah, we know about that one. What about this guy? He's got bleeding going on. Just trying to figure out what I want to do here. There's a lot of choices. I'd like to come down here and help these guys in this situation, but it's probably... Oh, and I have these losers. Astropaths. Okay, hold on. I know what I'm doing. Skibella, I need to give you some more... God damn it.
On it.
Okay, let's do that. Then let's go over here and hit this guy. Wow, he hit us, really. He hit us. Okay, use a consumable item. Don't make me stop burning.
I won't forget
Good.
this.
That's what I care about. There's a guy up here. Okay, I tell you what we'll do. Oh, I was gonna burn, baby, burn. I was gonna use the laser beam, but I can't. Okay. Burn this person now.
I'll make it happen.
Okay, I got high momentum. That's great. Let's just do
You
this.
should feel honored to witness this.
What would it take to kill you.
I'll see to it you never stood a chance.
Not much. Okay, let's switch swords. We're gonna kill this guy. Still trying to hit her, but she's not moving anywhere.
Don't let your guard down.
Switch back to the sword.
I'll make it happen. Consider this a taste of what's to come.
I really don't necessarily need to kill this character. I'm going
It's
to.
as good as the your end was inevitable.
Okay, now I can go deal with these guys. Let's go right here. Let's do broad strokes.
Who, if not, should have thought twice before crossing me?
Okay. We can kill that person. I'm down to my last attack, aren't I? Alright.
On it.
Better to kill someone than not. I could move. I'm right next. Where am I? I'm not right next to Strax. I can move, but I'd probably better stay there. Yeah, let's stay there. Weapon of Justice keeps firing. Okay, Cabela doesn't have any such mandate to do anything here. So she can just potentially kill this guy. I'd like to get her down on Strox, though. Can you kill this dude?
Trust me.
Yeah, you can. Okay. And you can't move from there. Wait a minute, you can too. You got Dance Macabre.
As honor ordains.
Glato's with me. We can use this. Just drop it right here.
The shadows will see it done.
I just want to make sure we have the Bloodlust on us. Alright, what else do I need? I don't have temporary wounds, do I? Does she have temporary wounds? It doesn't look like it. She needs temporary wounds. Plus 39 temporary wounds. She has temporary wounds. Okay, good. She has, so we don't have to do Reckless Abandon again. Alright. Gift of Torment. I don't have to do Blood Oath. We're not going to dispatch him on this turn. It's going to take too much work. Pain Resonance. Oh, he suffers more damage and they must pass a resistance test. Okay, let's do that.
As honor ordains.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. You ready to drill him? Drill him. Whoa! Stop attacking Glato. I don't need you attacking the dog, you dummy. Death Waltz. Without spending the charge, immediately making a blade attack against the enemy, the Blade Dancer repeats this combination 5 times against random available targets. That's bad. Okay. Can you poke him? If you can poke him...
I shall not fail.
Let's see if this works.
The shadows will see it done.
My
I
God.
will not die in dishonor.
Taking fire!
That's annoying. The guy blocks, parries, does everything. I gotta see what this is. Cabela immobilized, effect applied. Is it again? She's immobilized again? Okay. Carnival of Misery.
The undying emperor whispers his will.
This is annoying. Just die, you sucker. I'm gonna heal myself.
You cannot trick death. It will claim me one
Alright.
day.
Go. Pascal, you need to shoot this jerk. Oh, but we got these bozos here. Okay. Which guy has... Both of these guys have bounties on them? Is that the case? Is that what I'm seeing? Machine Spirit Communion. Extermination, Exploit, Open to the Work, Waking Nightmare, Fresh Injuries. They're burning, they're bleeding, they're toxin, they got all of these things. put this on Strax.
Request approved.
If we can get a shot at him, that would be really great. From right here, who can you hit? Okay, hold on. From right here, who can you hit? There, that's where we want to be.
Fury algorithm.
Okay, Pascal. Oh, and you only had the half turn. Okay.
Running binary override.
It was a half turn, not a full turn.
My faith strengthens me.
Does it? Yeah. Trying to shoot at Cabela. Yeah, I get retaliations. That's what I like. Oh, what do you got here? Firearm mastery. Until the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. Okay. The Cybermastiff immediately heals to full wounds, and the Overseer's next 3 abilities cost -1.
Excel in your duty, Glato.
I like that. That's gonna work. All these guys are dead. Can you shoot anybody from there? You can't see anybody to shoot from there? You can't shoot him for... Oh, never mind. Wrong thing. It's a shotgun. We'd be killing everybody. Okay. Where else do they have people? Just these 2 bozos over here. Okay, we're gonna have to let Glato do all the work.
We've got a job to do, Glato.
Yeah, you do. I could shoot slugs. I can't get him with slugs because I can't move. Concentrated fire. Apprehend. Depending on the familiar's number of wounds, the Overseer deals 10% more on their next attack, and it doesn't count. But I can't see him. I need to be able to move. +6 movement points. Give it to me. That's what I want. Can I see him from there? Yes.
Guilty will fall.
And it gives me cover. Good. Okay. Okay, in that case, 50% more wounds or above, which is where we're at. The Overseer deals 8% more damage with their next attack, and that attack... If that attack kills the target, it doesn't count. Okay, it's just 8% more. Then let's first do Apprehend.
Hiding critical injuries.
Okay, I like that. Can we hit him with this? It's 28%. That's not good. That's not good at all. What are my other choices? Standby. Run. I can have him attack again.
Let's test our skills, Glato.
Now let's do this.
One of us would be enough.
8% with their next attack. Let's try this double slug thing. Unless a regular slug is just... This is a slug shot. What's the difference here? 5 cells away for this attack. Okay. 5 cells away. I think I need to be 1 cell closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still too far away. What's my percentage? 52.
The order is clear.
Rats. Okay. I still have a chance to kill him, though.
Glato, we're undertaking this task.
Aim for the heart next time.
Nice. That's what we wanted. All right, that'll work. Accusation, unlawful stagnation. End your turn on a cell which is 4 or more cells away from where you started your turn. Otherwise, it's going to shoot at us. Okay. Well, Pascal, 1, 2, 3, 4 cells away from where you started your turn. But we kind of need to be in cover. So I'll tell you what we can do. I don't like being open, but let's do this.
Eddie is the tread of his faithful.
That's definitely going to put us at 4 or more.
Fire knows all, comprehends all.
Let's whack this guy. Pascal! No! Son of a gun. Okay.
Request approved.
Oh, well, that was nice. I like that. Oh, Inscribia. So we weren't actually supposed to go over there and get her. I really got to add a bunch of notes to this. Prefect Voltour kneels before you. Scores of fragile implants all over her body are twitching convulsively, giving her the appearance of a crushed insect. Marshal Strax's gaze is as firm as ever. Not one muscle quivers in his hard exterior. Even in cornered defeat, compared to the others, he appears as indestructible pillar of rock. Prefect lets out a cough, then an unnerving smile appears on her lips. I at least had to try. I served the Von Valencius Protectorate faithfully for over 100 years, painstakingly cultivating order where others had failed to do so. While you and your ancestors sowed anarchy and havoc with your ever-changing whims, I stood on as the linchpin that kept this domain from sinking into criminal disarray. It was because of me that this gargantuan system continued to function with barely a flaw. The only source of disruption was you, the rogue traitors. Yes, I at least had to try. Try what? To take my protectorate for yourself? The protectorate isn't yours, and it never was. Have you not read your own warrant even once? Every conquest, every planet claimed by a rogue trader belongs to the Imperium. You are supposed to act as its vassal, nothing more. But rogue traders are incapable of efficient rule. All that drives you is your craving for profit and reckless exploits. The limitless potential of the Protectorate is wasted in the hands of spoilt fools. And I am tired of watching you desecrate the very foundations of the Imperium. If it weren't for you, the Protectorate would be operating for the good of the throne as impeccably as a sacred machine of the Omnissiah. You could have negotiated with me, voiced your dissatisfaction, and we would have found a way. Instead, you chose to plot behind my back. Executor. Never. The counterparty always bends the terms to its advantage. Then death is where you belong. For not listening to logic and reason, you die. Although that was wholly unsatisfactory. I mean, I don't know how the rest of you feel, but if somebody worked that hard to besmirch my good name and not listen to logic and reason, I would have pulled all her fingernails and toenails out myself, and that would have just been the starter. Ball peen hammer to the toenails. That scene from Payback with Mel Gibson, that hurts just watching it. That movie is so fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you should. Even if you think Mel Gibson is a piece of shit, which I do. He's an awful human being, but my God, he made some great movies. As the weapon roars and Scribia Voltur's body is reduced to dust. Without waiting for you to address him, Marshal Strax does not plead so much as give you an order. Judge me, Holt. Now that the dust has settled, I can see everything clearly. Voltur used me and the Adeptus Arbites in an attempt to seize total control over your protectorate. I thought my actions were in service to the Lex, but in truth, only one person has ever benefited from them. That mistake deserves no pardon, and I have earned my punishment. There's a lot of funny options here. We're gonna go with this one. Marshal Gregor Strax. Taking into account your record of past achievements, I hereby deny you your execution and instead sentence you to punishment by toil. I appoint you High Overseer of the world of Vibo 6, and that is where you will remain for the rest of your life. I consider this measure unduly lenient, but I have no right to protest your decision, for your judgment is final. Strax sets his shield down, detaches his carapace, and places it over the shield. Now clad only in his undersuit uniform, he looks smaller without his armor, and very tired. I, Marshal Gregor Strax, am stepping down from my post. I am no longer fit to wear this armor. May its new wearer bring honor to the Lex. The rest of the room stands still. All eyes turn to you. The final verdict. What you say next will decide the fate of not just the Adeptus Arbites, but of justice in the Cronus Expanse as a whole. You can reward Solomorn here and make him the new Marshallet of the Adeptus Arbites if you want. But how have we felt about Solomorn since day one? He and the Adeptus Arbites have overstepped their bounds at every opportunity to harass my people, and harass my people on my ship, and harass my officers. So, by my right, as the bearer of the warrant of trade, I hereby disband the Adeptus Arbites. All members of this organization are henceforth outlawed and stripped of the right to judge my subjects. From this day forward, the Coronis Expanse has but one executor of judgment and law, me, Holt von Valencius. Solomorn goes quiet as a statue. Slowly, in a voice that does not sound like his own, he says, "Order received, rogue trader. Justice is done. My judgment is made." Among the broken fragments of the great scales and the burning Arbites banners, the people kneel as one. The verdict has been announced. Whatever their future may hold, one thing is certain. The Coronis Expanse will not be the same. You guys came in here and turned this palace into a flaming mess. You and the Adeptus Administratum are a bunch of corrupt, rotten pieces of crap. I can do better on my own. Besides, the way you harassed my people, I am not giving you punks free reign. That's not happening. I've had it with the Adeptus Arbites. Alright. We're going to end the episode here. We have to go back to the palace and see what the hell is going on in our world. Folks, it's been amazing. It's been a lot of fun. I will see you next time. You know the drill. Like the video. Leave questions, comments down below. Subscribe. I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.